November didn't start here, but something about this weekend feels like the right place to begin. Maybe it's the steam rising over the skyline, or the way the city looks softer when you're seeing it through a quiet pool. My sister gifted me this spa day last Christmas, and we finally made it happen. Life has been so fast lately, in all the ways I love, and in all the ways that exhaust me. So yes, let's start the story here, in a place where everything slowed down, and the world smelled like eucalyptus and warm towels. And then, let's rewind. Before the skyline and the steam, there was Philadelphia. I went down for a long weekend before my cousin was in town, and spending time with family always resets my internal clock. Philly has this steady, lived-in energy that feels familiar the moment I step off the train. We had dinner at Umai Umai in Fairmount, the kind of place where the food arrives looking like art and tastes even better. I don't think any of us spoke for the first few bites, but just nodded at each other like, yep, this is delicious. The next day we escaped the city for Linvilla orchards. There's something about fall on a farm. Hay rides, the smell of cinnamon sugar, food trucks lined up like a little carnival. We got apple cider donuts that melted the moment you bit into them, and then there was bacon on a stick, fresh sweet corn, and things I can't even remember because there were so many options. It was one of those golden fall days that you wish you could freeze. Sunday, the rain came. The cozy kind that makes the whole world slow down. I curled up with my mom and watched almost the entire Twilight Saga. It felt like being a teenager again. Eventually I took the train back to New York, ready for a new week, but already missing the softness of home. I took Monday off, partially to catch up on life, and partially because after a weekend like that, your body just needs a moment. I'm going to my first ever Pilates class. I've never done Pilates. I've also, I think, only ever done like 2 workout classes in my entire life. The 2 were yoga classes that were offered in, one was in my friend's apartment building and one was in my parents' old apartment building. So this is like my first class at a gym with a lot of people. My friend is training to be a Pilates instructor, and I don't know if it's part of her trial or part of her training, but they're offering free classes for her to practice. So she sent it to all her friends, so a lot of friends are joining the class. I'm actually really excited about that. I think that's what made it the most comfortable for me. I don't know why workout classes make me so anxious. Back from Pilates. It was a really good class. My friend Katie did a great job at instructing. She really helped me. How do I feel about Pilates? It's harder than I expected it to be, and I had no idea what I was doing. But it's okay. I think I did decent. My friend Alice also joined the class, so afterwards we went to Kmart. She wanted to pick something up. I think I only went with my old roommate in Paris once. I've rewarded myself with some snacks. Turtle chips, truffle salt, honey butter chip. That was like interesting to me, so I wanted to try it. I have no idea what this says, but face mask. And now I'm finally home. I'm gonna have my last Factor meal and continue my me day on the couch with either some Netflix Selling Sunset or a good movie. We want to do a little taste test with the turtle chip. You're not allowed the turtle chip. Ooh. These are good. Honey butter. What? Looks like a regular chip. Smells like honey. Tastes like movie popcorn. So I will see you guys in my future. I still don't know what to expect from Pilates, but maybe that's the fun of it. Maybe that's why the spa weekend meant so much. It felt like everything I'd been doing, the travel, the catching up, the rushing, the planning, all led to this tiny pocket of peace. And once it was over, the rest of the month opened up in a way I didn't expect. The next day, I met up with my friend Monica in Brooklyn. We went to Lisbonata, and I'm not exaggerating when I say their raspberry egg tart might have altered my personality, and the salted maple latte, one of those drinks that you hold with 2 hands and makes you close your eyes when you taste it. We caught up on life the way friends do, circling around old jokes and new plans, and then grabbed dinner before I headed to a Dan Whitlam show. I was a little nervous to go alone. I followed his poetry for years, and something about being in that room, with strangers, with words that hit a little too close to home, made me feel present in a way I rarely do in this city. This one did, and I held on to it for a couple of days.
And nerves that are built up by candles when blowing out birthday cakes, that learning phase. You felt you turned a page when your breath broke quick and hands hold hot like a burning flame. Because, well, you realised that nerves just meant that you cared about something. And they're nothing to be feared, but savoured. So notice the moments you feel the nerves settling in and sit in them. Because once those nerves leave, it's hard to get that excitement back again.
Then the week sped up again, as it always does. Nick's hosted an event with Cosmopolitan for their new lip stain at the Django, this underground jazz bar that feels like stepping into a secret. There's a cabaret performance and makeup everywhere, and people dressed like they had somewhere important to be. It was loud, sparkly, and chaotic, the exact opposite of the poetry night, and somehow exactly what I needed. After all the glitter, I ended the week with something slower. My friend Claire invited me over to decorate her Christmas tree. We ordered in and turned a Christmas movie on. It was wholesome and calm and reminded me that the holidays aren't about big plans. They're about tiny moments with people who feel like home. Mid-month, I dragged my friend Chevy up to the Bronx for a long overdue thrift hunt. The store was massive, the kind of place that pulls you in with the promise of possibilities. We didn't really find what we had in mind, but I did walk out with $12 rollerblade sneakers that kept us laughing for the rest of the afternoon. We grabbed sandwiches at Arthur Avenue before and finished the day with some really good Mexican food. And the funny thing about weekends like that, the ones that feel full and chaotic and a little bit unhinged, they're usually followed by something quiet and sweet. The day after thrifting, I met up with Monica again. Just a quick little link up so that she could borrow a dress, the kind of meet you on the corner moment. We stopped by Casetta because they were hosting a pop-up from a baker she loves. We grabbed a tiny snack, shared a coffee, and tried to squeeze in one more conversation before saying goodbye before the holidays. On the way home, I stopped at Davia's. She made me her chicken detox soup for dinner. It was the kind of meal that warms you from the inside out, the kind that makes you slow down without even realizing it. And after a month of trains and events and poetry and city noise, ending a day with homemade soup felt like an exhale. And now the rest of November is still unfolding. I'll be heading back to Philly for Thanksgiving, and I have a feeling the month will close with the same warmth it opened with. But for now, this was November. The first half of it, at least. Messy, cozy, busy, calm, a little bit rushed, a little bit present. The kind of month that reminds you you're alive in the city that never stops moving, and that sometimes, somehow, you find moments that make you pause anyway.